Afternoon everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. I'm just here this afternoon as usual to do your card reading for the day. I'm going to be using the black and white Faulkner Tarot deck, and I'll also be using the Energy Oracle a bit later on just to give us an oracle card to look at. Okay, let me just put down card now to have a little look and see what we've got going on for today. Okay, right, okay. Card for today is a little bit of a difficult one actually. It's the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands it's an action card. It can be related to work. It's kind of one of those cards where you feel a little bit, the energy feels a little bit like you have to be a bit defensive. You don't have to be defensive, but that's the energy that is around you. So you may feel like you're under some pressure, like you've got to fight your corner. As you can see, the picture of the gentleman in the card has got his head in his hands a little bit. He's a bit stuck. He's a bit fed up with it all. It's kind of got a bit of a Tuesday energy to it. Now, Tuesdays can be a little bit sort of, really early on in the week. Still got loads of the week to go. Monday might not have been great. Tuesday might still be feeling a bit yucky. The energy around today feels a little bit hard work to me. The energy is a little bit dense, and I just feel like it's all a bit of an effort. Around this card. The card is also talking about kind of needing to fight your corner, I feel a bit defensive when I'm looking at the card, and it's almost like, no help coming from anywhere, this is all a bit rubbish. But if you take a closer look at the guy, he's still got his brightness around him. So the light shining through the window, it's coming through the blind, so you can see that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And it's really interesting because these cards are quite old now, and there is like a bright light just here. I don't know if you can see it well enough on the camera, but I'm always drawn to that, where they're trying to say to me, sometimes things feel like a bit of a struggle, but actually they don't have to be that way. It almost feels to me like he's got his guardian angel sat on his shoulder. So although he's feeling rubbish, and he's got that energy about him where it's all a bit hard work and I just feel like I'm under pressure, it isn't always the case, because there is this kind of like guardian energy angel around him. In the more traditional deck, this is a guy with the wands, the batons, and it's a much clearer energy of defense, of self-defense, whereas this is more of an energy of, oh my god, this is so much hard work. It's a similar kind of energy, but that's how the Faulkner deck works slightly differently to the Rider-Waite. This does feel quite pressured though. And I kind of feel like he's got all his paperwork around him, and it's almost like what he needs to do is put those things in a pile, write himself a list and get himself organised, and he's going to be fine. This is not insurmountable. It's a problem more or less that has been created, and it's saying to you, if you just sort yourself out, get yourself organised, you're going to be fine. It is a stressful energy of the card, but it's not insurmountable. There certainly is hope, and you certainly are not alone in the way that you have to deal with this. I'm always really drawn to that little white spot just by his shoulder, because I just feel like that's his little angel there guarding him. So I'm just going to pop down an oracle card to give us a little bit more direction on today's energy, and see what the oracle card's got to say. See if they can give us a little bit of a clue of how to deal with this lovely Seven of Wands energy. Okay, really interesting. So what they're saying is take a break, okay? Get some rest. The Seven of Wands energy is heavy. It's a dense energy. So when we have a dense energy, quite often the best thing to do is to step away, meditate, get more sleep, focus more on your inner world rather than this outer world. The pressures that we have around us only affect us if we accept them into our inner world, okay? There's a really famous Chinese saying, which I can never remember the exact way it's put, but it basically is saying if you've got loads and loads of sparrows and birds flying around your head being annoying, they can be around there and they can be annoying, but they only affect you, your inner world, if you let them build a nest in your hair. I can't remember the exact words, but basically what it's saying is if the outside world can only affect you if you allow it to. So the rest and rejuvenation card is saying go within and find the peace that you have there, and then you'll be able to clear this up, okay? It also is, you know, this all that same rest and rejuvenation. The rest and rejuvenation can allow you to come back to it later on with a more focused way and do your list, check your boxes, work your way through things in a logical way. So it's interesting how these cards complement each other quite nicely most of the time. Quite often, if they need to reinforce a message, they'll reinforce a message. Quite often, the energy of the energy oracle card will give you a way to deal with what's being shown in the tarot, especially if the tarot is showing you something that's a little bit difficult. The energy oracle will often step in and say, hey, you know, it's not as bad as you think, try this. So that's what they're saying to you today. Rest and rejuvenation, fabulous. I think, you know, a cup of tea, piece of cake is definitely called for. So I'm going to leave you with that energy. I am actually going to go and have a cup of tea and a piece of cake, and take a little break from my work for a couple of hours this evening. And I will leave you with that energy. Have a wonderful day. And I will be back again tomorrow, around about the same sort of time, if I can, round about, usually between 4 and 5, sometimes about 3:30, but it's usually between 4 and 5. If you have any questions, do feel free to send them to me on my Facebook. It's Crystal Sparkles Readings. My Twitter is @CrystalSparkly. You're more than welcome to tweet me. Or you can always leave a message on my YouTube channel, which is Crystal Sparkles, where I'll be posting a copy of this Periscope broadcast, so you're more than welcome to post a question there if you would like to. That being said, I will leave you with those, and I will speak to you again tomorrow. Bye for now.